You deserve a website that turns visitors into paying clients. Whether you're new to business or you have been in business for a while, whether you own a website or you are looking to create one, the first thing you need to do before you start turning those clicks into clients is to have clarity around what your website should be doing for you. Every business is different. Every conversation that you want to have with your client should have a process, and your website should play a key role around that. Now, I want to show you how you can book website clarity call with me to take you through that journey. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you how you can do that. So the first thing is for you to go to my website. Let me show you that. So you go to my website. This is my website, ianudom.com. And when you are here, you book, click on this button, book a website clarity call. So you click that. And when you come here, this is one thing I want you to get before you actually book the call. This is not a discovery call. This is a clarity call. And you want to, if you want to understand what does clarity call look like and what makes it different from discovery call, I have created this page just for you. So you go through it to see what you'll be getting out of the minutes we're going to spend together doing the clarity call. And when you are satisfied with what you see, you are clear with other experiences other people have, booking the clarity call with me, then you click the button confirm website clarity call. When you do that, this is your decision point. You have two options here. Option number one, if you have a question, you just want to get it off your chest in a strategic way, and you want to speak with me about that, and also to get the vibe to see whether we are right fit for each other, then you click best. And you have absolute 15 minutes with me with no strings attached. You could come in with your question and walk away with clarity. If you are in a space where you think that 15 minutes would not be enough for that conversation, and you want a deep dive, you want to really get something map out, and you get a copy of the mapping, the roadmap of your website, whether you're brand new to business or you already own a website or not, you go here. So you click this one. This one will take you to the strategy and planning section we're going to have. We're going to spend 60 minutes together and map out your website conversion journey for you within 60 minutes. So you click this and you confirm your booking. So when you click it, you take it to the page to confirm your booking. And when you've done that, you are done. All right. So that is how you can book your website clarity call, depending on where you are on your journey. Now that we are getting that out of the way, let us talk about what happened when you already got traffic to your website, but there is no sales. Okay. Let me show you how you can turn those clicks into clients. I want you to imagine a situation where someone actually go to your website. It didn't just browse through it. It didn't bounce back, but it actually stay. Engage with that page. Look at the content you put on that page and click the button to take action. That action could be many things. It could be booking a call with you, making inquiries, or signing up to your newsletter, or whatever your action point look like on your website. People actually stay and engage on your page. How would that make you feel? And beyond the feeling, what impact would that have on your business? And how would that affect how you grow your business? I want you to sit with that thoughts for a minute because it's actually possible for you. Many people are turning website visitors into paying clients, and now it's your turn. Okay, it is possible. Whether you're brand new to business or been doing business for a while, you can get this done. But currently, what are you doing? If you own a website already, you know what it takes to update website. You are updating it. Whether you have a VA that helps you add new content to it, keep it up to date, and make sure that the image and the copies are looking fresh and the call to action buttons are actually working. You are doing that. You are updating the website. And then keyword, you have heard those words thrown around a lot. Keyword for your page. You have put the effort to do your keyword research or somebody have helped you do that. And your website is fully working in terms of visibility of that page. And your website is fully optimized in the sense that when people click a button, it's actually taking them to a destination you want them to do. And when they click a button to follow you from your website to your social media, the button is actually working. So the optimization of that page is working based on the intention you have for the page. And you begin to get traffic. And your traffic could be flowing from your posts on social media, from people looking up your business on Google, or through networking event you attend and you give people your website links. You are getting traffic. But what if that proud moment of you getting your website working and getting those traffic coming in into your website? You could even get traffic from your paid ads as well. All that effort makes you feel very proud of yourself. But what if one day you log into your analytic tools, whether you're using Google Analytics or any analytic tools, and you see load of traffic coming in? You are getting traffic but no sales. How does that feel? That feels so painful that you have done the work. You begin to wonder what is broken on the page. Why are people not buying from you? Your Google Analytics is telling you, or any analytic tools you're using, it's giving you a lot of insight into the behavior of your page. It's giving you insight into how people actually use your website or how people engage with your website. So if you are getting traffic with no sale, it shows that your visibility of the website is working. And now is the time to bridge the gap. Instead of just showing website that is visible, but you begin to turn those visibility into sales. And now when that happens, it can really makes you feel like, oh my God, I've done all the work. I've done all the things I was told to do. I was told to be active on social media, comment on other people, post, share my content. I'm doing all that. How come people are not taking action when they come to my website? And it can even makes you begin to doubt yourself and think maybe people don't want what I'm selling. Maybe the offer is not good. Maybe you may even think of redesigning your web page. But before you do that, other people tend to like, you know what, let me recheck this analytic tool to see what is broken. What is the content of this tool telling me about my website? You could recheck your analytic tool to find out what is happening. You may even begin to wonder whether the problem is with you or your business or the somebody that helped you build a website. I once reviewed a website where somebody were like, I think the person that designed my website didn't design it well. Well, designing website is one thing, but turning that website, beautiful looking website, into sales machine is completely a different conversation. So it's not the problem with your designer, the person that designed your website, someone helping you update the website. It's not a problem with your business models. Sometimes it's not that. What could then be the problem? Most of the things that you see from visibility point of view, from what SEO tools tells you, they don't measure everything. They don't measure the actual behavior of people on the page. It could tell you other things you need to do. SEO bring people to the website. They make people click the button and come to the website. Your visibility, whether you're doing it organically, like in organic way, like posting on social media and networking event and telling people about your website, all those effort boost the visibility on the web page. But when people actually land on the page, there's things they need to see before they could turn website, before they could click the button and become your client. I want to take you through one of my clients' experience, visibility trap. That's what I call it. The moment that you realize that visibility alone don't pay the bills. Okay. And this was a moment where I audited one website for my client, and that website have about 75,000 website visitors per month. Just sit down with that number. 75,000 people visiting a website every month. But what was the problem? She was having zero sales. They were not buying things that she wanted them to buy from the website. And that was the moment that I realized that if visibility was all it takes for people to turn visitor into paying client, people that have load of traffic would have done that. And the interesting part about this, my client experience, is that when I was actually looking at the website from SEO point of view, from traffic point of view, every light was giving me green. Everything was looking good. But if a website have load of traffic and is not getting sales, it's of no use to the business owner because you don't want to just collect metrics, numbers. You want this number to reflect on your business objective and help you grow your business. So visibility trap is a real thing. People are getting traffic, but they are not clicking the button to buy things from you. And visibility alone doesn't grow a business. Now, there are a lot of myths around what is the difference between boosting your visibility with your website and actually turning those website visitors into paying clients. And I want us to talk about a few of them. And that is, if website rank high, it will convert. Meaning, if website show up on Google and people are finding the link of the website on Google, it would automatically convert. That's a myth. That's not how it works. Those ranking, those visibility, whether it's on social media, on Google, or any other search engine, actually bring people to the page. It kind of help people come to the page. But for them to stay on the page and then and do something that you want them to do is completely a different thing that needs to happen. So your website needs to hold attention. If it doesn't do that, it's not gonna. No amount of visibility will turn visitor into paying client. All right. So what actually help people stay on your page when they comes? The traffic is flowing. How do you keep the attention on the page? Traffic build awareness, while conversion need trust and clarity. So if your page doesn't have clarity, doesn't have trust element, people would not stay because people are silently asking the question, am I in the right space? Is this relevant to me? Do I see what I want? Or what do I do next? They are silently asking those questions. And your website should be able to hold that attention, show that trust and that clarity. So if this myth has been one thing that hold you back, that once you are visible on social media or your website show up on Google or your ad active, driving load of people clicking the button to visit your website, they will stay. Let's change that. Let's change that mindset to something that's going to really helps you turn visitors into paying clients. And that is what I call the invisible gap that kill conversion. And we're going to close them one by one. And there are 3 of them that I choose to share with you in this video today. The first thing you need to check is the above the fold black hole. This is a section of the page where somebody just land on the page. Okay. That page, if it doesn't hold attention, can break the attention. It can make people click the back button and leave. So if the above the fold space of your website is not doing what it meant to do, it's going to literally turn the visitors back to Google. And how could the above the fold cause a missing gap? How is that a missing gap? Look at this web page now. What is wrong with this website? The color is beautiful. There's a picture there. Things are where they should be. But so what? This is a pretty website. But the above fold section is not strategically used to turn visitor into paying client. So when people come here, they say, okay, I've seen it, so what next? And what usually happens is that they scroll down the page or they click the back button and leave. So if you're expecting people to scroll down the page before they could take action, you're losing them before you get started. So what do you do then? Let's fix that in 3 seconds. You follow the 3-second rules. So within 3 seconds of someone landing on your page, can they really see what you do, who you help, and why they should stay? Okay. And when you do that, what you have done is that you have transformed a good looking, pretty looking, above the fold section of your website into client converting system, where people see what you do, who you do it for, and what you want them to do. And that is what makes the difference between a website that looks pretty and a website that's intentionally designed to convert visitors. Now let's talk about the invisible gaps that is causing your website to get a load of traffic but no sales, weak or missing call to actions. Have you ever been to a website where you actually have to search for call to action button? I have audited those websites. And some websites even have how to reach out to them is click there to email me. When you ask them to do too many things, they end up doing none. So if your website is still asking people to email them, to email you before they find out what you do, you're losing them on the page. And that is a weak call to action button on your website. And why website call to action failed is because of lack of context. When you look at this call to action on this page now, what do you think is the problem here? If you think how they use space, you're correct. If you also think that learning more is not enough to make people act, is weak, you're correct. But how could you change this? So if your website look like this, the way they use space is so crowded, it doesn't give context, it doesn't give that room to breathe, and the call to action is just learn more without context. What can you do? This is the call to action that convert. And why would this call to action convert? Do you see reason to click the button? Absolutely. Do you see how they use space? Absolutely. Do you see what the call to action text actually say? So instead of learn more, it's actually telling you what is that learn more? What is that conversion look like for you? Because people want to experience your website before they actually click the button. So if you want them to click a button, could you show them what transformation happened? Give them all the answer they need before they click the button. In that way, you don't just use a button as a decoration, but you use a button as a direction. So now I'm giving you the before and after pictures of a call to action button that converts and the one that doesn't. So you could see clearly what a weak call to action button could look like and how you can simplify that call to action to give people more reassurance on what the action point should look like. So the summary of call to action is that call to action is not just a button, it is a direction. So you use it to guide people with confidence. Now let's talk about something that most websites often miss, and that is website footer that forget to convert. Now, how do people actually use website? When people visit your website, how do they use it? They stop at the above the full section of the page, which is the upper side of the page that you see on your screen before the scroll. Okay, they're gonna stop there. They're gonna spend a bit of 3 seconds there, kind of understanding where they are, what is this for, and how is this useful to them. If there's no clarity in that section, some of them click the back button and off they go. Others screw to the middle, spend a bit of second there, and then screw down to the bottom of the page. So they use the website from top, middle, bottom. And now, website footer that failed to convert is a website footer that doesn't work. Do you actually know that there are websites that don't even have call to action, doesn't have the footer on their website? So they clear the page and the place just flow down and there is no footer. And some people that have website footer, they use it for things like the legal policy of the business. So you see the term and conditions there, the link to social media and frequently asked questions. Some people use it in that way. But what is a call to action that actually converts? It's the one that do the work. It's the one that actually show clarity around what you do and how you help people. Okay. So that call to action should be able to, that footer should be able to clearly show people what the final handshake should be. So I want you to think about your website footer as the final handshake that people need to give you before they leave your page. Because people check the website from top, middle, bottom, they scroll down to the end. When they reach there, you want to hold attention there. And if your footer is able to hold attention, it will be able to show people what action they need to take before they leave the page. So how can you transform your website footer from just being a decorative thing on your website to something that actually works for you? It's to change your footer from just looking at it as the page, as a section of the page that people go to see the rules, the term and condition, the policy of your business. It should be strategically optimized for conversion. Okay. And that shows you the before and after difference of what a good footer should look like. Now, what have we discussed so far? We have discussed about the above four clarity that converts. Use that section before people scroll down the page to tell people what you do, who you do it for, why it matters, and give them a clear call to action of what they should do before they scroll. Okay, that would hold their attention before they bounce back off the page. Now, your call to action is not just a decorative, it's not a decorative button that exists on a website. It's not a thing you need to have on your website. It is a conversation starter. So look at your call to action button as a conversation starter that drives action. So it doesn't just boost users' experience, it doesn't just make your website look interactive and beautiful. It does helps you turn clicks into sales. So look at that as a conversation starter. If you are meeting your client for the first time and you want to start a conversation about them becoming working with you, how would that conversation start? That is what your call to action button should be doing. It should be doing the silent talking for you. Now, if your website doesn't have a footer, this is the reminder that and the sign that you need that your website does need a footer, because people do scroll down to the bottom page of a website. And if it does have a footer on your website, I want you to look at it as a final seal that closes the deal for you. So your website footer is that quiet closer for yourselves. Give it something meaningful to say than just like giving it term and condition button on that section of your page. Now you have come this far. Before you go, would you like to know your website invisible gaps? What is holding your website back? And if you are thinking about a new website, what could be standing on your way to creating a website that turns visitor into paying client? I created a simple tools that within 60 seconds helps you identify the gap between where you are and where your website should be. It's called Website Attraction Quest, and it's very easy for you to use as well. Let me show you how you can access that on my website. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now to show you how you can access that, so that you get the tools straight away and helps you to notice the gap on your website and turn this visitor into paying. But when you come to my website, enquiries.com, you go straight to free tools. Under free tools, these are the free resources I have for you on this conversation, you want to identify the gap that your website is currently having or the gap your future website might be having so that you do the right thing from the start. So when you come here, it says strategically design 12 set of questions. It is 12 because you want to give you a personalized feedback that helps you know what your website should do. So if you are getting traffic and you're not getting sales, you need to identify the gap. And this is what this website attraction quiz is designed to do. If you want to hear me talk about this for you, click this to watch the video. Then you click start your website attraction quiz. When you do that, it will take you to the series of questions. I do like to know if you would like me to send you the result of your quiz, because you will get the results. So you just tell me all that and it will take you to the questions. When it takes you to the question, you go through it and you get your report right there on the page. All right. So go to my website and access your website attraction quiz so that it helps you not only identify the missing gap on your website, but help you strategically design it or strategically get the help that you will need to help you turn your website into paying client. So it's not the end of the road if you are getting traffic to your website, but there is no sales. This is the opportunity for you to identify the gaps and also do something with that information in order to turn this into paying client. Okay. Let me know which part of this video did you find helpful, and please do me one huge favor. Share this video with your friends and your business bestie. I want to help as many people as possible to not just own a website, but own the one that works for them. Not the one that just drive traffic, but the one that turn those traffic into sale. And I do need your help to get the word out there. So share this video with your friend and click the link in the comment to book your website clarity call with me, and let me help you figure out what your website is missing, because you deserve a website that turns visitors into paying clients. See you in my next video. Bye.